Hello. We are live, I think so. Yes. What are you talking about? Hello. How are you? Is anybody there? Okay, this is the new app that I'm testing. Actually, this is a Melon app. Yeah, like StreamYard, yes. Abdel Wahab Bakadiri. Hello, how are you? Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. Okay, what the subject talking about? You know what? Everything. Ask me whatever you want, actually. Kunal Sony, hello. Do you guys hear me well? Hi, Christos Ralbis. Do you guys hear my audio? Because I'm using. Hey, please, could you share with us software developer work? How many hours? Hey, please could you share with us? What exactly do you mean, Kunal Soni, my friend? I'm not sure I understood your question. Do you mean how many hours software developer work or something like this? Not sure. Okay, guys, you can also ask me about new app that I'm using on my Apple Silicon. Step by step, I'm migrating every single applications to Apple Silicon. Okay, I mean to say is that I see software engineer work far hours, just code, and after they are attending meetings. Yes, this is the part of software engineer, of course. Sometimes software engineers, yes, during the day could be very busy attending meetings, participating in Zoom or something like this. But it's not a waste of time. I want to say. It depends your role. I mean, in my company, I don't participate in a lot of meetings. I mean, we just have a daily Scrum, a meeting in the morning, and that's all. So it depends also the role, the responsibility that you have on the company. But I could say that yes, a few developers also code for maybe 1 hour, and that's it. And they do meetings all day long with their superiors or manager or business analyst. Okay, do you still use your MacBook M1? Christos Ralbis is my main machine. I've got rid of Windows machine. So the only thing that I have now is M1. My wife says MacBook Air, and I'm using my MacBook M1 Pro. So this is my main machine. And that's it. It's okay for web development, video making. I'm not a professional video maker, but I like to use DaVinci Resolve, all of this stuff. Hi, Modern Sanskari. Hi, bro. How are you? You're welcome, my friend. So yeah, M1 I think is an incredible machine. Especially the MacBook Air, guys. I can promise you, I think last year I bought a Dell XPS, and I returned it after 1 month because I bought it with the latest generation of CPU, Intel CPU, 10th generation. The clock speed was very high, but for cooling this stuff, it was awful. A lot of noise just during a Zoom call. That was very, very awful. So I had this horrible noise during just a meeting or a Zoom call. I couldn't stand this, so I decided to switch back to Mac, and I also bought in June 2020. I bought the latest MacBook Pro, the last model with the Intel generation. I didn't have a lot of noise uh, with with a fan, but I have to say that it changed a lot since I had this one. Okay, we have another question. Can you share your thoughts between old school programmers using SQL Server stuff and current generation developers using frameworks serverless? Yeah, yeah, old school developers are very anchored. I don't know if I can say this, with old technologies, and sometimes they don't want to new. They don't want to learn new technologies. Yeah, new generation, current generation, they're more flexible to learn new languages. I had the experience to during 6 months to work with in a public entity. A lot of senior developers, more than 50, more than 60. So I don't want to say old people, but they had a certain experience, and yeah, they also did, all Java, like Java 8, and they get used to program in this kind of style, and they didn't want to hear something like Angular or React or Vue. Forget about it. I mean, this is something like new developers do, or and they wanted to do all this. They didn't want to learn new technologies like I don't know, Docker or this sort of stuff. So it's just as you said, yeah, old school programmers. They're not everybody like this, but yeah, it could happen that people don't want to switch to a new stack for this. I hope that I answered to the main question more than some scary. We are new generation, guys, so we are more flexible. That's why today they used to call us full stack developers, and actually we're lucky because we can handle backend and front end easily. So yeah, we are lucky, I want to say. It's nice, guys. It's nice that you are here and you ask me a lot of questions. And share with me, guys, what are your current stack also at the moment? What do you like to do? React, Angular, Next.js. Okay, we have another question. I don't think I have the response soon. The role of Ivy in Angular. This sounds like interview question. Yeah, I have to say that don't know much about Ivy. Is it about the is it concerning the compilation, or am I wrong? I'm surely I'm wrong. Yeah, Ivy. I have to explore documentation. It's an interesting question. Yeah, it's nice to have this kind of knowledge, especially when you go to an interview. Yes, change detection, rendering engine. Yes. Okay, I really like to explore React and Angular. Okay, you know what? At the moment I am using also Next.js, and I'm planning on doing a few tutorials on Next.js with Postgres, just running a Docker container for DB. And of course, the backend in Next.js, you don't have to add Node.js or Dino project under the hood, because Next.js handles nice the API, so you can have in the same project the API's endpoint, and you can play with that, doing the request, post, get, and all of this stuff. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Another question: what your thoughts about hybrid application development for mobile? I didn't do a lot of this, Kunal, Sony. I did a little bit of Ionic, and yeah, I think it's nice hybrid application. It's a part of new technologies. So if you learn hybrid application cross-platform like Ionic, I don't know, other kind of stack that I don't know if we can consider React Native this kind of hybrid application. Maybe it's good. It's good. Mobile applications is on the market, so yeah, it's perfect. Learn it, learn it, learn it. Okay, Next.js server-side rendering and mostly plain React client-side rendering. What's your thoughts? Yes, exactly. I love it. I love it because, of course, I did a React project in the past, and I had to, I think you also had to do this, to add a Node.js backend part and rattle the code. And Next.js, yes, is perfect, especially if you use. I'm not really into React, but I know that you can handle the state of the applications very, very nice. And I always thought that React and it's focused on the performance and is nice. Yeah, this kind of client-side rendering, pretty fast. It's like the hot modular replacement in the new version of Angular. New version of Angular from the 11 integrated the hot modular replacement when you do your development. So you run the command ngserve, and you do also dash HMR. That was this is an old stuff in Webpack, actually, because Webpack, when you customize your web server, your development server in Webpack, you could already did with the hot modular replacement, but now they integrated in Angular 11. So yeah, Angular 11, a lot of improvement actually in the new version of Angular, or of course in Webpack. But what is nice about Angular is that you already have the configuration, so you don't have to worry about because configuration, guys, can be painful when you work on larger scale application. Yeah. Is it worth to learn? Yeah, everything is worth to learn. But yeah, this is the stack, current stack of today, this kind of technology. So you should handle backend and front end, and you, especially for young people, I'm 32, so I think I consider myself as a young people, yeah, already. But you guys are young, so you should handle these technologies. Spring, Node, Docker, this kind of stack. I'm also fascinated by cybersecurity. I would like to improve my knowledge about Python, And I know that a lot of you guys are into Python, especially. I think you, Kunal Sony, you are a student, if I'm not wrong. You are studying Python. I like this Melon app because I can pin your messages on the. That's an interesting one. Is PHP demanding technology in web development sector? Um, PHP developers, they say that it's still on demand. I don't know actually because didn't do PHP. I mean, just bunch of courses in school 15 years ago, but I find a few position I find in the job market, especially on LinkedIn. I find on 20 position, I read maybe two or three. They're still demanding the PHP, but some people are saying that it's dying. Some people say that it's a strong language like Java. I don't know. Maybe in some companies they're still using PHP, so maybe they continue on that. But of course, it's an old language, PHP. So we are in 22 minutes. Do we have here few Vue JS developer? Are you guys using Vue or actually I wanted to learn. I decided to pick few courses on Udemy because there are good instructors on Udemy. But I was taken by React and Angular, and I didn't want to switch to another front end language, so I decided to stay with React and Angular. I think between Angular and React, the documentation is hard to read in Angular, but you have a lot of information. So if you want to stay update, yeah, documentation is well done, but you have a lot of informations to read. React, I think there is a strong community. So strong community support. And especially on if you search for tags in Stack Overflow, I think you have more. You know what? Let's do this actually. I want to share my screen a little bit, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's Stack Overflow. I don't know how can we do that, but too much zoom maybe. Here, tag. So if we search for React, we have 288,458 questions. Just want to open a new page. Sorry, guys. I will read your questions soon. Vue is the only framework I know. Radu, Rentea, hi. Yeah. I'm a self-learner and I picked Vue because it was easier to learn. Luckily, I have managed to find a paid intern job 1.5 years ago, and now I am a junior. Okay, it's interesting because you consider yourself a junior after 1.5 years. Don't worry, man. I think you can consider yourself a confirmed man. You know, juniors are more like if they having few experiences, small experience, like a few months. But I think in one a year and a half, if you handle nice Vue, you can consider yourself also a confirmed developer. So well, how's weather in your beautiful Switzerland? You know what? Today was the last day of sun. Tomorrow is starting snowing and raining. The weather is drastically changing. So now I'm getting bombed on LinkedIn by recruiters, but they are all searching for React developers. I'm open to switch to React. Yeah, it's a good idea, I think, Radu Renta. It's a very good idea because I mean, if you handle a framework like React or Angular, it's not easy to switch to Vue, or if you handle Vue, under the hood, the logic remains the same. So don't worry to switch. Yeah, it's a nice moment to switch to career or find a job position. It's now before the summer. So it's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Marcio Gabriel Valim, hi. Hi to you. How are you? Okay, so just to share this, if I search for Angular, not Angular JS, of course. Okay, 248,000. Yeah, you have more questions on React than Angular, but there is no huge difference, So yeah, the community is offers a lot of support on Stack Overflow. And you can also, guys, find just for sharing what Radu Rentea said, you can also find job position on Stack Overflow. So keep your profile up to date on Indeed, LinkedIn, and Stack Overflow. The keywords are important. I've been through this for a long time, so keep your profile updated, and you get in touch with the good recruiters. So thank you for sharing your thoughts. So okay, guys, we are about almost 30 minutes. I think I will continue this live for more, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then we will stop here for today. It's been a very nice pleasure to be with you guys and share thoughts about job tech stuff, about the new Apple Silicon Planet that is changing everything, technologies, frameworks. It's very, very nice, and I like this. I don't know if you guys, how can you see the quality of the video, but actually I'm using my camera, 4K camera, but in this Melon app from the browser, it says me that I'm only streaming in 720p. I don't know if you can see the quality, if it's good or not, but I'm switching to the Pro, so the Pro account, so it will be nice to share, and I can finally pin your messages on screen, so it's good. Okay, guys, I think we will end here. It's been very nice. So keep coding, keep having fun in what you do, and stay motivated for. I'm watching you from my phone because I'm doing some cooking on the side. This is a nice, good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. And you know what? It's time for cooking for me as well. So I think I will join my wife and dinner time, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. It's been a very nice pleasure to be with you guys. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video or in the next live. Bye. Peace. Thank you. Bye, guys.